But yeah, let's get back to a comment. NRG, what's going on? Do they need to inject the young talent like they did with Justin in season 5?
I just can't think of there's no like up and coming player right now. Like there's no
Would-
wave of young players right now. They're all picked. Like it was Chronic and 2-piece, but it
They
was just
gotta go to
they're-
EU, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Got to snag somebody across the pond.
Who could
Mm.
you take from
And
EU?
they try.
You have someone in your head when you say that?
EU.
I mean, EU's making roster changes.
What about
every split? So might be an opening, but
that's Smokes guy. The guy
Who?
Smokes?
Wait, no, they just pick up Creams.
Creams.
Nah, he's the NA Seiko, bro.
What?
Creams has been
Yeah.
playing good,
What
but they
team?
didn't make any originals.
Oh.
I mean,
He's
it's
on low-
hard.
he's on low
I mean,
step,
it's really hard to pick up like players who are not even under contract, like those type of players, because they're not really like predominantly like twos players, and usually like that's just a good indicator on who's really really good. Because like
You're
all the
saying-
good players now are under contract, so it's hard to like get new talent and buy them out. Because
You're
yeah,
telling-
you have to have the cards fall into your place when it comes to that stuff, or
You're
is agreeing
saying-
on stuff.
You want NRG creams?
Hey,
I don't know if that's
honestly-
I don't know if that's the solution, but
yeah,
is
maybe not.
good.
But Creams is so good, bro.
but the thing is, he's not like young. I don't think
He's
not.
not.
Like, I don't think so.
No, hasn't he been around?
He's
I
been
don't
around.
know.
Yeah, he was the torrent
know.
or the Alpine torrent sub for like 2 years.
Yeah, he's a super
He's
sub.
18, bro.
God
Oh,
dang,
okay.
yeah, he's washed, bro.
I thought he was a little older.
I honestly
Dude,
thought
yeah,
Torrent should have put him in permanently.
18's when you start going up like over the hill a little bit. You know?
Over the
You start
hill.
going down.
Someone said get the
I'm
piece.
far
Someone
over
said
the
snag
hill.
the piece, bro.
Put in Johnny.
I'll be lit.
Chief
So-
Beef, actually Chief Beef, yeah.
Chief
What-
Beef
what
is
are
so
the-
good.
Chief Beef would bring some good controlled Rocket League, some
I
clinical
don't
Rocket League.
win
team.
against that man. Bro's good.
He's like Alpha Kept like on crack, like he hold it down. He plays like more like Alpha Kept than Alpha Kept does.
He's like Alpha with Daniel mechanics. Just a perfect player.
All right, now you're capping.
No,
now you're
Damon.
capping.
Let's
Yeah, I
say
agree.
say you're the let's put personal relationships aside. You're the GM, you're the team manager of NRG,
I'm the
and
GM.
and you're bringing in let's say you're bringing in Chronic just for the sake, because obviously Genji did that. You're bringing
Okay.
in Chronic. This isn't who's the worst player on the team or who's not looking good. It's who would fit best with bring in a young mechanical player. Who are you replacing on NRG to bring in that and get back to top 4? Top five?
Energy. I mean,
Yeah.
Chronic plays a similar role to Squishy. Like
Yeah,
he's a third man. He plays like a third man on Genji, I would say. But he's more aggressive and he controls or he like air dribbles a lot more and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean that would be the best fit. I'm not saying
I
exactly.
think
that's what I would
I'm gonna
do,
go a
but-
different direction. I'm gonna go with the Gare Bear. Just because like I don't think Squishy should be in that third man role. Like I don't know why he's in that role. I feel like he's not even like the least mechanical on his team. He should be second man, like filling in the gaps.
I mean, the thing about NRG when they were really good is Justin used to play like a lot of third man, but they would also be more even than they are now. It's weird. Like their play style has like regressed or something. And
Yeah.
Maybe they're overthinking it, but I don't really know.
I mean, I swear, whenever we scrim them, I feel like they're always playing a different playstyle. Like one
Yeah,
game
facts.
or one day, Squish will be playing first man, and then the next scrim we play them, he'll be third man. So I don't know like what's going on in that department.
And it's not like they're trying out new playstyles. You think is it inconsistency or they're trying new things? Do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both, right?
Nah, I don't even know what they're trying because like I watch their scrims and I watch their matches and like it don't look like they're trying to do what they do in scrims. Like they're so like cringe in scrims. Like they just like play really demo heavy and like they're I don't know they don't like go for demos a lot in tournament because they try to play like really safe and just all retreat back and they just get countered.
That was like the biggest thing when we scrimmed them. It was like they would get mad that we would demo them, but for some reason we could never demo them in competition, almost as if they're like playing more safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see.
No,
where it comes
they
from
were the
that.
team in Season X that cried about demos and all that because like literally they were the team that played midfield and if you never hit the ball to them, they get upset. And then when they'd sit in net in defense, and then you're like forced to demo them because it's like impossible to squad a team like that.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, now you have to demo. These teams are like doing the same thing.
Is getting rid of Sizz is that copium? I know Sizz sort of talks about in his video that they just need to look for a change. And obviously it just is easier to wipe the coach out, get a new coach in to try and shake things up. But is that just trying to put a band-aid on a I don't know what to say, on a earthquake? I don't know what you want
on the earth. Bro, just naming stuff. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like Sis had to be the first one to go because it's like it's smarter to remove the coach first and then see if like another coach can like make everything right, so you don't need to drop like any of the players, and then you do like if they still do bad, you get a new player.
We've got a coach in chat saying if they were the coach, they'd stick with the roster and switch role. I think it's easy to say just switch roles, but when you've been a team that's been together since
There's
a little while, like how do you do that? It's all like muscle memory.
That's a bad comment. I'm not gonna lie.
theoretically, like, you'd have to take a long time. Like, it's so hard to do that.
Yeah.
That's not like it's not a simple answer like that.
Have you guys seen
they
them
probably
mix it up in
tried that
scrims?
too.
But not
Yeah.
game day.
Yeah, for sure.
But they
That's
always
what I
end up
meant,
playing
too.
the same.
I think we got
Like,
8
when I watch them play, like they obviously sweep the close calls, but those are teams that you can just like kind of outskill,
Mhm.
outpace. But like when I watch them play, like against like it was like the Fury match, like they're just playing the same. I saw like I've always seen them play, and then Garrett was like playing really well on offense, so they were keeping it close. But like
Mhm.
yeah, they just have always like stuck with the same play style. It's kind of hard to like, it's super easy in scrims to like change stuff and at least try stuff, but then you get in a
Mhm.
match and everyone
Yeah.
like your
You
old
just revert
habits
back
come
to what you're used
back
to.
and like you're just
Yeah.
trying to win. You're just focused on winning, so like it's hard to
Yeah.
focus on just your play style, especially if it's not working in the
Isn't that
moment.
what the
Yeah.
coach is supposed to be there for?
I mean, the coach
Well,
can
I
only do
guess-
so much though.
I
Yeah,
guess it
in that
depends on the
case.
coach too, because like that was my main responsibility, was to make sure they were doing what they were supposed to be doing from scrims.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
like it's kind of like when the nerves and like the pressure and everything, you start feeling like, dang, I really don't want to lose. You go back to what's most comfortable. Like that new thing you might be trying in the tournament might be uncomfortable. So you're like, all right, I'm not comfortable. I want to revert back. And then it ends up not working anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like they just need to commit to something and then just lose with it. And then they'll probably play better next tournament.
Yeah.
Is it all playstyle though, or is it just like you look back to when NRG were in form, like they were just outpacing everyone and sort of you were saying, Tom, like outskilling people like they do in the close calls. But now everyone's sort of stepped up, like it's a new era of the mechanical speed. Like, do you think that they've just struggled to adapt, or like they could change their playstyle, or is like there more to it? They do need to like inject some youth.
I think I mean I'm not sure about a roster change, but or like adding a young player, but I think they've never actually adapt. Like they're not good against the demo like meta that's been going on for like 2 years. Like they cannot dodge demos very well, and they can't demo well. It's not even just they
Exactly.
don't go for them. Sometimes we skim them and they're going for demos, and they just
Mhm.
either get demos that don't do anything or they just miss.
Yeah.
There's like you just dodge it because like most top teams have a player that's like really good at demoing, and they don't have that.
I think that's true.
Yummy sort of brings up a good point. Like it is obviously everyone's talking about NRG because it is like they're like the team. They're the team that
Mhm.
everyone sort of thinks about. Like you think that also can't be healthy, or it's not. It's that added pressure, isn't it? I guess it's a similar with
Mhm.
you guys more so. I guess the new space station wave where you guys are the popular team. Like, do you feel that extra pressure to be performing? As one of
Yeah.
the top popularity teams.
Yeah, I definitely know what they're going through. Like, having to perform, and then like when you don't, everyone's like against you. But then if you start performing well, everyone's gonna be like on your side again. And it's just like it's really like not good for your mental health. Like when people are just like the whole scene is just against them, and they were just at the top. It's like the biggest drop in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I can personally relate to their situation because I mean, it was like it's very similar to like Cloud9. Like
Yeah.
out and we just like couldn't adapt and we're pretty behind. But I think we were probably even more behind than they were, or I was.
Mhm.
But like, there's a lot of pressure. Like I've never felt more pressure as a player than like season 8 and season 9 when
Bro, season
and
8.
kind of RLSX and kind of RLSX, but like season 8 and 9 were really bad because it was like had the Squishy fans down my throat. We didn't win a series. I'm seeing the Twitter mentions. Someone called me like hot dog water. I'll remember that one to this day. I'll remember that to this day. Like I'll never forget that tweet. Opening Twitter after losing to like Kronovi or something, I think, and seeing that. So
Wait, you guys lost your first killer in Kenobi.
yeah, I mean, I threw that series. I remember throwing that series, playing really bad, and then that tweet on my timeline.
You lost to Raul.
I'm pretty sure Crow 1v1'd me to win the series too. Like it was like I backflipped on the challenge. Like I remember it still. And then we lost in
But
game
you
5.
beat some good. You 3-0'd NRG.
Oh, we came back that season. That was season 9, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now, just kind of glancing.
But we started like 1-4, and it was a rough from the fans. Squishy fans were brutal back then when we started doing bad.
I mean, there's pressure on NRG, but it's nearly harder to like even if you're not going well, it still feels harder to make a change because there's even more pressure to do well. If you know what I mean. Like, do you think? I don't know. It's almost that situation. It's like, do we make a change? But like, then everyone's gone. Like, all eyes are going to be on this new change. That like now we have to be top. Like,
But like,
top 4.
why does that matter though? Like,
True.
if you make the change and like it works, okay, good. If it doesn't work, like I don't know. I'd rather like place better and do better, and then like people are like, oh, they still should be a lot better than like just not going anywhere and just doing continually bad for like the next 6 months.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, they have expectations of always winning. They've always literally won every tournament, so they've never been in this situation other than Squishy. So they've never dealt with adversity as a team. So any change would honestly help them.
Yeah, I feel like their biggest problem is like no one's scared of them anymore. Like I feel like that's the only reason why they used to win back then. Like everyone was afraid of like those players. So like everyone, like even me, like we just like own goal and they just score, like they counterattack us.
I mean, they've always predominantly been a team that played off other teams' mistakes because they would lock up the midfield and then make you panic and then just pass play on you for free.
I mean, that was their driving force, right? Just how consistently they never made mistakes.
Yeah.
It's just kind of that's BDS now. Like that's their main play style. They're just obviously a lot better at it. I mean, they're the best in the world, so on land especially.